Mondays of the Mondays. Disclaimer: content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Trading involves substantial risk. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Viewers are responsible for their own trading decisions. No guarantees of success or profitability. Okie dokie. We got Monday, 420 Monday. This 4 hour is looking like it's retracing the highs of Friday. Retraced that gap, and we get a gap retracement trading up for the last 4 hours. There's a brief consolidation overnight, and we get a push up above this area at 26,766. That's where we're currently trading. Retrace that gap, and looks like we are in a rally. So we got these lows here, this midpoint just below pivot. We get a break below this, we can potentially be bearish. This could be a fake out to the upside, waiting to see how we react at these highs. Could potentially go long and wait until a demand to the downside steps in, or a sell off and wide open liquidity selling at highs. But yeah, we had a brief consolidation, consolidation, and then a rally this morning from 26,729 to 770. So 40-point move, holding, breaking above, brief hold, breaking above, tapped 800. So it could be the upper part of our range. Yeah, so that's what it's kind of looking at, like a brief update, catching up on this overnight action, this over the weekend action. I couldn't wait until this morning to get back to the charts and learn what I gotta learn and improve. Did a lot of watching my tape, watching the trades that I took, and realized that I just gotta focus on price action and not try and lead or project my ideas too much, but really focus on what I'm seeing, like consolidation, potential accumulation, and a break above this range in price. Found a new range in price. After this, it settled and relieved, and then exchanged and accumulated. We saw a brief relief of that accumulation, and a demand stepped in again at 27.4475, 44 to 100. So that's more than a 15-second candle there. Relieved. That sold those highs, and potentially finding a brief accumulation or an exchange here at 773. Might need to see relief a little bit back down to like within this range or just above this range. So it could be consolidation in my open with a breakout to the upside around 775. I'm thinking around 75. That could be a good entry to break 800 and retrace all-time highs for the day. Maybe a rally for this morning. So initially, pre-market bounced off 26,772. That's our area of where it made the breakout. So this area, and then made a push, held another push. So within this range between 730 could be a bigger support area if this does want to sell off in the morning. So it could go from this level down to 729 as a support, a deeper support. So anywhere from 30 to 70. And we continue this rally. May go back to 60 around this area. We'll see how price action plays out. And then targets to the upside are just maybe I'll look for retracements back to highs as my A+ setup first. I want a range to establish first. And if we do get a push off of a high back to the downside, I'll consider retracement back to 50. I don't want to overshoot my targets to the downside this morning. It's because we're getting a rally overnight. Even though we get this gap down, we already got gap covered already. So whether it finds and it stays around these lows, a sell off, and we'll see if there's momentum to the downside below like 30, and then maybe 26,682, and then 26,615 to the downside. So we got 682 and 615. So if it's a hold below 700, basically, we're looking for a nice move below 26.7. So this tapped 26.800 this morning. I don't want to marry bias because I noticed that my bias is very I've been leaning into continuations instead of it being a support level and it bouncing off and retracing 100% of the move, and it turns bullish. And so I've been marrying this downside bias for a while, even in this crazy rally. I've been thinking the top of these pullbacks are going to be, at least just recently, the last couple of days. Last week, towards the end of the week, it looked like there was bigger sell-offs, more potential to the downside off of these highs. And with the gap down, that could lead market sentiment to hold these highs, or it could surprise us today and just be a break of these highs. We get a break to 27,000 potentially, which is the nearest standard deviation away from 26.67. So that would be a 300-point move for the day, overnight included, into the end of the day. So we got to be thinking about pullbacks. We got to think about when demand is really going to step in and make its move for the day. So we got to really watch price action off open. Look at these holds. I want to read these candles a lot better this morning. Really focus on these movements. See if we get a good read of what is actually happening. Okay, so I want to get better at tape reading. The goal for this week is really focus on price action and see if I'm reading it correctly when I rewatch the tape. But yeah, just want to get better. So oil's going back up though. We saw oil. Let's go back. Let's go to this main screen. So we're seeing oil. Here's our go up back to, I think the recent price I saw was 94 or something. There's always talks of inflation because of the war. The Mag 7 is lower, most of them this morning, so there's a sell-off at these highs. So gap down and a potential war rally. Why there was a gap down, I don't know. see why. Gap downs. Oh, I gotta let people know I'm live. Did I do that? Yes. Updates on the Strait of Hormuz conflict. The U.S. Navy seizure of an Iranian cargo ship, which prompted a vow of retaliation from Tehran, reignited fears that the critical global energy route, the Strait of Hormuz, might remain closed despite brief optimism last Friday that it was reopening. Surged oil prices more than 5% towards 95. Markets are reacting to an inflationary threat of sustained high energy costs, which directly pressures the valuations of high growth technology stocks that dominate the NASDAQ. So these companies got to pay more for energy and tech stocks, high growth tech stocks. Inflation and interest rates, rising energy costs have led traders to scale back hopes for interest rate cuts. Federal Reserve may be forced to keep rates higher for longer, even consider further hikes to combat reignited inflation. Ceasefire expiry. A 2-week ceasefire between Washington and Tehran is due to expire midweek, adding peak uncertainty as negotiations appear to have stalled. Sometime whenever that is, midweek or Wednesday. See what happens. Market impact. As of the morning of April 20th, MNQ futures dropped by approximately 141 points pre-market, extending a helmets-on defensive posture among many traders. Well, it might be a battle this morning. Interesting. So it is about the war with the gap down, ceasefire coming up. Hope they figured that out. It looks like I heard Trump benched JD Vance. I don't think he did well in Pakistan. And talks of Lebanon. Doesn't look like whatever they're doing over there. We'll hope they figure out the end of that. We got 9 minutes to open. Let's see. What do we... Okay, we'll see if anybody's in here. So Monday, we got a week of trading, worrying about this Wednesday coming up. That means that helmet on, wary of price action, a bit volatile this week, leading into Wednesday. Maybe money flow to the markets might be lighter. Energy is causing growth stocks to have to pay more. Inflation, just war costs overall. So we got war costs for this morning, maybe a sell-off. So prepare for the upside. Let's see, we got a nice pullback and hold here. 70, we got to push above 80, 70 to 80 slip with a hold here. Volume steady, still light. Pick up on volume here though. Oh, I added RSI, overbought and oversold. I need to see, maybe you can gauge these moves a bit better. So I need to remember RSI. I got RSI down there. It's trading 61, still a little bit lighter. Could be headed back down. A hold above. Still slightly overbought territory. We got to figure out how to read this indicator. Learning more though, adding to the arsenal. So serious. Yeah, let's have fun. Let's have a good time. Let's freaking trade well. Let's remember everything we've ever learned about trading and apply it. Be the best traders we can this morning. More long than shorts. NQ and MNQ. And MES is always there's always some strange anomaly with the shorts. Or got a strange, maybe they're hedging the S&P, maybe there's a big seller looking to buy back some shares. So I think this is going down. Got more people supporting the rally up here. Probably sell off at these highs. 5 minutes till open. I hope y'all can hear me better too. It's my I'm using a different mic this morning, a lavalier, because realized that, like, when I'm watching videos, like, I turn the volume hella up, and I don't think that's cool. But yeah, it should be better. I'm realizing that, like, this is probably gonna take some time to get good at price action reading. Need a lot more reps, and my execution is a heck of trash, and I'm jumping in trades stupid fast and for no reason, just off an impulsive move. And I'm reading the markets, it's just I'm not applying potential trades and executions appropriately. That's something I really need to get better at, is my execution, and planning the trade that's I'm looking for if something does set up. So we're gonna wait for a deeper demand, a deeper support to establish this morning, expecting a sell-off at these highs, and potentially a hold for a rally. My invalidation would come around 26,760. Around this area, I see potential for a deeper pullback correction down 26,730. So 60 to 30 here. This is my invalidation zone. Deeper invalidating around 26,722. This trading range would be slippage for a deeper target, 26,882, or this pre-market low here also. So held above here, 26,710. I think that's my invalidation. Found my invalidation for this morning, and we were expecting a rally. So has been accumulating up here in defensive for the last hour after a move. So we'll see. We got 2 minutes until open. Anything else, huh? Think about execution better. So as soon as this gets to 30 and 10, between 10 and 30, considering a buy. I'm not just gonna buy off an entry here. If this shoots up, I want to wait for a retracement and an entry. Potentially finding highs and lows here. I want to find the first entry of longs. I think I'm long bias this morning. Price discovery, recent highs here, 26,882. So we got potential to go to 26.9. Break all-time highs today. Geopolitically, I think the war, unless we get a continuation of a rally of support, This looks like the market's gonna correct with gap downs, and we're just gonna keep on rallying. Some sort of strange something. It hasn't had a gap in an opening gap in a few weeks, a couple weeks. I forgot when that last gap down was, maybe a week ago. But then we got a crazy rally, but now we're at highs, so we got a crazy potential for everybody to be distributing and accumulating for the short side at these highs. They don't want to break. So maybe deeper validation, a deeper fake out to the upside. But you missed that move if it did happen to the upside. It's probably gonna be light volume slippage, just supporting a rally, just seeing no resistance. Considering the war, there's still market participants. So we gotta open in 5 seconds. Let's get it cracking. Let's have the best trading day. We got slippage to the upside, a break, a highs. Maybe selling, stepping in. You got a 825. Press back down. Maybe move off 800. 810 slippage in this area. Sold off. Now we get increased volume off open. Hold at 10. Fluctuation between 8 and 810. So we want to see a bit of resistance at these highs, but I think there could be slippage and a push to not get in early enough to be part of this move. We are getting pushes off of 825. So this could just be where that initial target is at 26,830. We're gonna pull back and sell off. Be short stepping here. Find a safe landing. We're gonna push down off of it 26.8 into 26,760. Break at 26,760. Brief selling. Potential continuation to the downside. My validation was 26,760, 26,730. Okay, it's a bit risky to bet on that. So we get a nice impulsive 3 white soldiers here, and we gotta reverse off of this low. We need this low to establish some sort of exchange and accumulation back up to the upside, or the slingshots. I think some of the time this has to really hold here and selling has to stop. 26,760. We've seen a break below. Can be inducing shorts here. Spring market holds area. Again, a slight demand here. Retrace that, more selling between 60 and 70. See which way true direction wants to go off of this level. And this could be our third target for our fourth retrace, for our fourth target. So we have point A, we have a high B, we have a C point, a hold. We have target D for previous highs. Back up 26,820 for a 60 point, 50 point move. I want to be a part of this chop though. You might want to see this close 26,775. Could be accumulating to the upside. Looks like that's where we getting a relief back up to the upside. We get a better entry, 26,760. Maybe I'll place a buy here.
Order submitted.
We get a break We get a retest.
Order filled. Order canceled.
We can target these recent highs and a break potentially where these close were. We're gonna start trailing. We got a break even trade. We'll see if this gets momentum to the upside and keeps going. So we are bullish for the day. This is nice momentum to the upside. We got a break even trade. We got a potential to hit TP 26.817. We got a brief pullback here. Don't want to get smacked. I think this is going to be accumulating from the top of this accumulation zone. Ready to take profit into weakness. If this lets me, or it looks like we could hold and extend our profit target. I say 100 on the bill. Just gonna
Order filled.
Couples. Looks like this could be retail, buying and selling highs and lows. Could be a brief range before we get a break above or below. Nice initial first trade. Okay, plan that. Off of support, momentous move. Sold at these highs. Maybe they sold the shorts. Maybe get back to the market. Chances is reading this a little bit better. We want to see a hold and a break below 800. A lower high potentially will signal some sort of bearish sell-off for the time being. We got green on the hour, new highs on the 5. 4 is probably still looking to retrace back up to 8. We're gonna hold here and a break below. A little bit risky. Actually less risky. Accumulation to short sides, maybe potential slippage. Or an accumulation to the upside. Looks like we did have an accumulation, sell off, hold. Potential hold off the 800. We got a break below 800. Potential entry at
Order submitted.
26.806. This doesn't get a break.
Order submitted.
Just one con to this low.
Order filled. Order canceled.
Hoping that this continues and doesn't knock me out. Just be on this FVG and I get back to the market and it was a low. So we got a hold below 800.
Stop filled.
And this, okay, that was just one con. Good thing it was just one con. It did look like
Order submitted. Order filled.
Sign. Not breaking highs. I'm gonna add if this does get better. Hold. Don't want to over trade, but I am trading this back down to price discovery to the downside. Looking for a break at this recent low to trade back into this low. Maybe a bit higher than that. That previous trade, getting ready to close this one. You should be selling that low, this new low potential here for a bullish move.
Order filled.
More of a bullish accumulation here after this flag. So we created a new low a couple of times here. Brief holds at these highs and lows, and I'm leveled up right now. So hold off of 86, 26.786. See if we get a break below that. If we do, it's accumulation to the downside, second leg. See if we get another demand off of 26.760. It did slip to the downside into this range. I don't know if my stop will be just beyond 26,750. This looks like it's gonna sell to me down here. It's like there. I would be taking profit. I would be selling to this demand here. Seeing a break below. More bearish for the day. Indications of some bearish movement. Complete retracement on that 5. Still have not yet found a good demand support for longs. Besides 26,760, indication that this could be that level. Or this could be closing bearish for the day. This breaks below 60, looking for entries. 60. Price discovery to the downside. Feeling bearish for it today. That's how war should have felt. We'd be correcting and NASDAQ goes to 0. You got to consider growth tech stocks. It's not. This isn't a war instrument. This isn't an index following war. It's following companies that are succeeding during war. Maybe they're paying more. How that affects the market and whether they're willing to invest in their evaluations. We've seen a hold here, just below 60. Price discovery, crucial levels of invalidation coming up. This is going to remain above 26,729. Break below 26,710 also. So it does look like a lower price target. About 30 points to the downside. We're getting demand stepping in here, sell off. 26,740 orders. Pushing back up to the upside. We see break a hold above 50. And this could just come back up to the upside. This does look like a nice hold.
Order filled.
It's a bit risky targeting these highs. Want to trail quickly. This isn't just a retracement. Playing the range this morning. Okay, we have a relief of that downwards move. And then we have an accumulation potential. I don't know if it's shorts. I don't know if this is going to validate my stop. We have a push up off of 40. I got my stop at 35. Should be just beyond that. Another push just to feel safe. And then we get a break above 60. Okay, looks like we're part of a chop down here. Potential slippage to break lower. Bearish for the day. This has to be a stronghold. You got to get out a little bit early. Ooh, playing some sort of tight range here. Range play a bit accumulative. We're down for the day. Couldn't do shorts here. We're seeing a lift up here, a rally to the upside. Seeing more bullish sentiment, a relief of that. So we need a relief of this short move. It looks like we got a couple of them, potential accumulation. This did bounce off 60, dipped to 40, close to 30. This could be a grind, some slippage to the downside, breaking this low here. We're getting a nice hold, and after this first initial was established, slippage a little bit, better hold here. And accumulation back up to the upside. I think it's a bit heavy. A bit of a heavy setup with a lot of market participants in this down here at 50. Did I get rid of volume profile? I want to see it break above these levels. We're getting holes, more accumulation. This could be another excellent move for the day. Don't want to get caught and chopped. Don't get stopped and chopped. Accumulation back up to the upside, but there could be fluctuation before this makes its move. Don't feel too safe about my stop. This fluctuation feels like he easily invalidates a bit of a pivot point to the up or downside around 50, 26,750. We're building some sort of thesis back up here, or some sort of thesis to the downside. After that 5-minute candle is very unsure. I want to retrace his lows and continues past 26,730, and then I'm bearish for the day and looking for pullbacks and back into, I don't know here. We'll see. I think a deeper retracement, deeper hold of this move, getting some nice move back up to the upside. This 5-minute new candle, close green. Looks like an accumulation at this low here. Stop and move at 26,750. And we got the potential to break highs after this sell off. Maybe they're still selling. Selling for the last 5. Accumulating for the last 5. Or absorbing the last 5. Sell off at the last 5. Did not. Maybe they stopped selling here, selling short. It looks like there's I don't know, someone held off of 800, pushed all the way down to 26,740. We got a hold on this 5, we're remain bullish. We get a break below this 5, we're bearish. It looks like a continuation, but this hold is looking decent. There's a big sell-off going on down here. I'm meeting with orders, but I don't know if that is a reversal or a continuation. Sometimes I play the continuation, but at this point I'm feeling a little bit bearish. But I'm in a long trade, so we'll see. After this gap down, seeing a red 5, maybe reverse for a break. Oh, I gotta take this loss one. I gotta take 2 good trades and no losses. That's what I gotta be at. 2 good trades or something, bigger move. But this is an accumulation. I know people are betting on this accumulation. It's just gonna be mass slippage here. We just beyond this invalidation point. Willing to risk just slightly more of a slippage move, accumulation. Looking for prices. People holding this up a little bit. Exchange. Little whipsaw potentially. There's a low here just beyond this low. Just play it safe. A little bit of downward pressure hold, collecting price around 50. Or selling off at 50, getting all their orders, and then this continues to the downside because it has been. Gap down, just disrespect overnight holds. That will respect this new fair values above 50. Getting a nice break to the upside. Inducing longs. Took one trade I thought was good. Took another trade I thought was good. Got stopped out a couple times, I think. And playing this reversal down here. Worried about my stop being too far and too close. We get more downward pressure. Break below.
Order filled.
Down for price discovery to the downside. That's interesting. Okay. You can take profits into weakness. Until it's oversold. Gotta pay attention to the RSI. This could be a bearish move though. It could be a hold. This is a surprising dip back to the downside. Or it's finally made a second leg to
order filled.
Make up on some stop losses getting hit there. There isn't a significant bounce off of 26,710. A relief of this selling to the downside. A lot of buyers could be playing off of each other here. Dip into the second leg to the downside. Took some off the table, basically break even off of 4 trades. My losses, my stops gotta wait a bit for the moves to establish before I'm in another trade, because then I'll be playing chop. We getting a nice reversal dip below here. Want to see if this wants to hold up for 40. Downward pressure is very surprising. Solid 5-minute candles. Sell-offs, accumulations to the downside. So waiting for longs to step in, permables, save this market. This could be within a new range. We need to see this. I think it's okay, 26,710. Maybe I gotta buy 26,710. This is that move back up to the upside.
Order filled.
26,710. I'm in another one. Betting that this demand is gonna hold. Accumulation. Maybe they're more short right now. I think they sold to longs and there was a slip and induced more shorts. Oh God, I should not be in this trade. I would not be in this trade. I just want to read it. I feel like, okay, let's see here. We have an accumulation. We have a bounce off of 30. Accumulation, steady grind to the upside, pushed back to 50. And you see it's a decisive break of 50 for this to reverse. Better entries from 20. Looking bearish on the 5. Retrace the last 5-minute candle. We get decisive break from demand up here for longs. So it's a break above 50. Don't want to remain bearish. I don't know why I'm bullish right now. Feeling this will rally retracement back up to 800 and all-time highs. So I'll break above. Maybe want to take profit. I think this is gonna slingshot back up to 800. Could be a lower high. This is that move everybody was looking for, taking profit. Maybe build there, taking profit. We'll see continuation, break above 73. Got a break even trade, created a FEG off of an accumulation reversal. More support, second leg, taking profit quickly, scalpers.
Order filled.
And I want to get back in here though. I'm up though, so I'm break even right now basically. I would be in this trade here.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
So I will be in this trade, just pull that past this invalidation. So higher probability trade, just saw a break above, and we're getting more accumulation around 50, 60. Well, this could be ranging again, huh? Part of some chop down here, sell off, consolidating around 50. We can get sweepy before we get this move to the upside. So we had a brief sell-off after that breakout to the upside after relief of new prices and a lot of movement to the upside. One leg, second leg at 86, taking profit around 86. At 800. No reason to short this high. Least resistance trades to the upside. Maybe some selling going on here. Maybe take profit. I think they're supporting this move to back it to 800. Which could be quick. Holds around 75. See this brief selling, 75. Seeing a demand here at these highs. This would be my trade of the day. I'd probably be up a couple hundos if I didn't take stupid consolidation plays. If I just would have held or extended my, if this is still pressing up, I want to stay focused on this price here, letting it hit target. Being patient with this next leg, more of a deeper pullback, more of an accumulation with a move, or just hitting profit targets on the way up. More of a demand, might be a lower high. This seems more decisive. Potentially want to exit at this level.
Order filled.
It's not selling into weakness. I saw a price 112.16 trade. Okay, I would just keep that. If I was from 100 to 1,000, and that was my play, let's say 500 to 10,000, huh? If you could do that, you can really make money. But 500 to 1,000, just flip that real quick. That'd be one good trading day. I think I'd hold a night demo here. Secure that 112 at this high, which well, I don't know actually. I think trading's not over. This is volatile morning. More downwards pressure, upwards pressure, recovery of this downwards move. Potential break of highs today. This could be the move off of 50 that they're building, already at 800. Could be selling to highs. We'll see. We've seen this pressure off 812, 800 level. Could be relieving these longs to shorts at 800. And this could just be taking longer to consolidate up here. There's a longer accumulation down here. Heavy volume. Let's see how this got to sell off. Around 800, action at 800. Action at 8. We're up 112. It's Monday. What else, huh? Gotta hold the 800. It's looking like this is gonna start to tilt, turnover. Could this be a higher low? consolidation at this level potentially, or just a complete smack to the downside, inducing shorts. Could be inducing longs too. Maybe want to play this to the downside. We're ranging all morning, 7 o'clock orb. What time is 7 o'clock volume candle? Maybe it's an orb to the upside. Maybe we're holding up here. It's a choppy morning. 4 hour, 1 hour is still up. This could be that decisive move for a break, second leg to the upside around 75. We could get holds up here if this doesn't trade below 26,760. Demand could potentially step in here. This could be break of lows. Selling here around 73 and 80. Second leg, brief accumulation to the downside. I'm getting a hold off at 85, 83. So you want to enter here for a sell to targeting the downside. We want to see how this 5 closes, opening. This looks like continuation. The 5 looks like it's going to retrace back up to 8, 12. That's where they want to go. Could be a lower high here. Looks like the 5 wants to hold these highs for a little bit longer. Could potentially slip to 8, 12. Maybe in earlier for this weakness on the 5. Reaccumulation to the upside, demand staying above. Is this a lower high or is this a break of highs? Is demand stepping in here? More longs. Seeing a break below. Continuation to the downside for a second leg. Inducing shorts.
Order filled.
Induced me. Got induced. Targeting a low. Need some more confirmation to the downside. Potentially enter in on a second here.
Order filled.
Keep this close and trail. This looks like a break for some reason. Nice second leg. Whoa, took a profit down here. Could be a retracement. Hold, second leg. More demand. Longs, exit. Taking profit.
Order filled.
Quick move. Recess. Could be hold off of 60 for a bearish look. This initial hold here is looking for lots of orders, slips, hold off of 60, move, feeling bullish. The last 30 minutes, not quite oversold here. Deeper retracement down to 40. Tap to 40. Profit taking around 40. You gotta get really good at this and be in the green every day and break even. Don't avoiding. Feel like I'm getting a little better. Applied some patterns that yielded a couple of good trades. I gotta figure out what else I did. I feel like I took some other stupid trades too. I'm up 134.52. Looks like a hold, a smaller range here. Or another push to the downside with a lower high. Building a thesis to the downside. But there was a hold off of 30. Push off of 30. Selling down to 30. Strong support. Strong resistance to 800 too. Be ranging, more downward pressure, sell off on the 1 and the 4. The 4 is now red. Looks like we could get a break below. It's fine. Price discovery to the downside. Been a couple of cons off of 50. Or a hold above. We'll see who's stronger here. Buyers or sellers. I mean, short or long. If they correct this price to the downside, then 26,615 off open. Getting relief from this downwards move. 26,740 to push 26,760. Get a nice hold here. More longs and shorts, a relief of this shorting. And a hold back above this zone. I gotta add roll profile. I don't know how high. Okay, missing on these transactions down here, but this is where most of this action is going down. 50 to 760. Looks back like another reversal down here, a relief, exchange, a relief, some more downwards pressure. Still bearish. Be bearish with you off of here. Going against this relief and accumulation around 60. Another accumulation to the upside. Brief ranges, kind of want to stay out of this. Looking for a lot of orders around 60. I got a feeling we're going to see a big waterfall to the downside one of these days. It's got to correct. We are too high for this anomaly of a war rally. I mean, they tried with the gap downs a couple times, all sorts of areas. Gap down there to 2,500, another gap down up here, 26.8. So I think they're trying to say leading this price to the downside. So So we get a break below VWAP. 26,710 is our initial invalidation to the downside. Break of this range, and we get potential to go to 26,682, 30-point move. This could be a hold here. It's accumulating for the upside potentially. I don't know. It's uncertainty. Just selling to each other up here. Off of that push. We push back up, not enough strength. We push down, more defensive to the downside. We got a relief at 26,730 though, which retraced more than half of that downwards move. We're getting a steady pressure to the downside, but it's not breaking 26,730. Staying above 26,740 area. Potentially playing this range here. It might come back into the upside.
Order filled.
Let's bounce here a couple times. Here, I think demand is a fresh auction to the upside. Targeting these highs. Created a FEG there. Get ready to see this just move. Getting the relief of this downwards move. Reselling going on here. Inducing longs. Continuation to break above. This 5 looks like a relief. Second push. Potential break of highs here. We got lower highs. Feeling more bullish. I think they're looking to sell lower and lower prices. We need demand to step in here. Fake out to the upside. Ranging to the downside. Double bottom, triple bottom. I don't know why I'm risking. I should have exited on that trade. Trying to stay alive is more of an important move to the upside potentially. We get a demand stepping in around 50. We stop selling around 50. There's an invisible support down here. There's support, deeper support there. That was a quick move to the downside, though, supporting this lower high. Then I'll support rally. Dang.
Stop filled.
Then I'll support rallies, guys. I'll support the rally.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Targeting highs. You just gave me a better entry potentially. No, I'm just stupid. I think so too. Can't believe they're bearish. Can't believe the bearish. That's what's happening. Well, it's kind of difficult because there's a double bottom here. But this is a bit lower. 26,710. There's been holes and pushed this back to the upside, but we're losing the steam back up to the upside, and there's more bearish on the 5. But they're holding above 30, which is an interesting level to hold. There's lower highs here, less steam to the upside, not hitting profit targets up there. It's not particularly trending, just a sideways choppy market. I'm taking profit early on this move.
Order filled.
Providing some decent trades. I love ranging days then. I guess I'm a range player. So can't really, you gotta be patient for trending markets, find good entries, but with range, just quick exchange to the up or downside, support, resistance, lower resistance, higher resistance is lower highs, or creating some sort of pennant up here. An accumulation around 60, 50. Being protective around 30. We got lower highs though, it's just more accumulation going on. I don't know if they're gonna break these highs or what. Accumulations around 50. Still early. I think I would be done trading. Live money I would demo. Next trade setup looks like it's a hold off of 30 and to the upside and break all-time highs, or break below 10 and then a retracement back up to 700 for around 700 range, around 700, or we get a move from 722 to 562, so there could be a big move to the downside. Hours of sell-off, still holding this high though, and I think it's a doji on the 4-hour. Oh, we got a red on the 4-hour. That's interesting. But a red on these 4 hours is very brief. There's been way more demand, but we're at this high and it was a gap down, and it's the start of a 4 hour, so you don't could be in price discovery to the downside. Bigger time frame. Price discovery to the downside. There's more red and green appear. So continuation.
Order filled.
Lower lows. Read price discovery to the downside. If I didn't see that there was a range being established right here, first I would not have entered there. I would have entered up at 60.
Order filled.
Okay, let's get a better entry before I play this wrong. This does play this micro range here. We'll just get a break, support. Am I in on this break? I think you gotta be in on the retest, or are we in on the break for price discovery? Break below 40. Demand stepped in at 10 though. Demand stepped in at 40, 10, 40, 40, 40. Does the man step in again at 40? I don't know, let's try it.
Order filled.
Oh no, we got slippage to the downside. Demand does step in around 30, 40, 50. We got a break to the downside. Making us for stops. A little bit of slippage. More demand reading here. Lower highs. But demand is trying to break, is engaging here. Or we get a continuation of breaking. This is what I just changed my strategy to range to long. We get slippage to the downside. Stronger holds at 30 though. Maybe we're in holds, but fluctuations around building around 60 to the downside. We have this bounce off of 20, so we got demand stepping in here too. This could be just a bad play. Better entry. Bounce off of this pivot. The support eroded. There's a significant bounce off of this level though, so maybe keeping this in between 30 and that high. Accumulation to the upside. Demand fell safe a little bit. More accumulation. Accumulation could cause slippage. Shorts. Not really shorts there. Stepping in there. There's gonna be people stepping in until it slips. Once we finally get a break to the downside, invalidated 710. It's gonna tap my invalidation, isn't it? Slip past that. Just beyond 710. This has to retrace before. I don't know why I don't know, it's just low here. I'm taking profit immediately. There was a relief. More downwards pressure. They see a break of these lows, they're going for it. Demand really has to step in here. Saw a relief and a slight bounce. Oh, I'm getting out here. Oh. Deep relief. About 50 that move. You can see the TP gets it. A real nice accumulation, reversal. A real nice hold off of that level. Whoever is right here. Upside potential, profit target. Lower high. Holds around 30, looking for a build back up to the upside. Last three reds and a hold at 30. Last 15 was a sell-off. We got a hold at 30. Stop selling, but they're selling more and more at lower prices. It's like there's one giant operator playing ping pong with himself, up and down, up and down. I don't know how I see that, but this range is kind of crucial. I need to learn when to take profit too. I gotta pay attention when I'm in a trade, because then this goes back against you and you should have took profit at highs instead of holding for TP sometimes. We've seen a hold, sell off, a break. A little bit more of a demand to the upside.
Order filled.
Kind of losing focus here. When I'm in too many trades and I have my focus off of the trades, I just need to read this for now. So we got a bounce off of 30. We get this move back up to the upside, potentially targeting 773. But there is a lower highs here on the 5 minute. These swings seem to be getting lower and lower. And there's a sell-off on the higher time frames. A lot of this accumulation is around 45. Maybe they're defensive off of these lows. I think I'm gonna keep trading, but I think I'm kind of done streaming though. I need to figure out, okay, let's go through these trades this morning. First initial morning trades. Okay, so I bought here, sold here. Got to sell. here, got stopped out, but sold again here, sold out there, bought again, bought it back, made a beautiful move to the downside. Was not part of that. I was thinking it was going to be a reversal here immediately, but there was an accumulation. Everybody thought that. So overall, I think it's going to come back up off of this low, dipped even lower, got stopped, entered here, entered here, maybe got out, not sure where I sold at. Maybe sold here, entered again here, sold here. So I would have been part of, well, I would have got stopped here, potentially would have tried again here, and then potentially took this move back up to the upside. This first initial buy was successful. Potentially would have targeted here instead of exiting early. I'm up 134.46. Took a couple of trades that I shouldn't have took where I stopped out but direction was right. I stopped out but direction was correct, and a deeper support. So you can trust these larger ranges a bit, except for here. This got congested for a while. Break below. It's collecting around 60, 45, around 50. So there's a collection at 50. I'm just not sure where if they're keeping this up or someone's pressing this down. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll see how many we actually did today. Today is the 20th. Okay, total amount of trades 22. Ooh, I got 77.27% win rate, 17 wins, 5 losses. Pretty good. Average winning trade 24, but there was some losses though. Gross profit 410, gross loss. Ooh, I'm lost on a few. When I did lose, I lost a lot. My wins were kind of smaller. 8 consecutive winners, 2 losers in a row. Largest winning trade was 57. If I keep this up, I can make $4,100 a month. If I make $130 a day. It's an interesting day, interesting morning. You gotta spend more time reading the charts. I felt like I was distracted a lot. I was leaning heavy on the support and resistance levels instead of reading what price action was doing like I intended to, but wanted to do today, but I'll have to see how well I did. Yeah, I guess that's this morning, and that's Monday in the books. Really feeling motivated to get better though, like reading my tape, going over the trades, studying how to improve on looking for better setups or remembering range versus breakouts on particular days, and then leaning into that, whether it would range or not. I'm not marrying my bias too heavily, trying to go with price action. Price action is loose within these ranges. There's interactions, but I think it's holding above 26,730 now. And I think they want to keep this up, but there's a lot of selling and downward pressure in these last 30 minutes. But yeah, I think I am good for today. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try with the live account. It's one contract for MNQ. We'll see how that goes. If I just lose it again quickly, or actually take one good trade and then I'm out, and then we'll see. So let me see how that setup plays out tomorrow. Yeah, other than that, I hope people were in the green today. Hope people have a good week, good day. If you did watch, nobody watched, but yeah, I gotta figure out how to get more people in my stream so I could see how to improve. Maybe just talk trades with people. That's all I want to do, is talk trades, just scalp this NY Open and just get rich however long it takes. So yeah, I hope people have a good day, and yeah, good trading day to all, and to all a good trading day. Okay, bye.